Your financial needs aren't independent of each other, so your financial advisors shouldn't be either. At Mercantile Bank, our experienced United Wealth professionals are united to serve you and your complete financial planning and wealth management needs. Are you just starting your investment journey or need to roll over a retirement plan? Do you need to plan for a loved one with special needs or for your own life after work? Maybe your business needs a succession plan or you want to enhance your employee benefit programs. Whatever steps you need to take, our United Wealth experts are ready to take them with you. Together, we are united.
Hi, this is Ron Kincherf, and this is the Business Spotlight brought to you by Mercantile Bank. And we are joined by Eric Fisher from R&K Cleaning Services. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for the invitation.
No problem. So inside, outside? Just inside?
Inside only. My wife specializes in residential, and when we bought the business for my father, he was in commercial, so that's what I've stuck with.
Okay, so do you only do commercial, or do you
We do both.
Do you do some residential?
Yeah,
okay.
My wife runs the residential crews most of the time, and I run the commercial crews.
Okay, so you bought this from your father?
Yes.
How long was your father? Was it R&K when your father owned it?
Yes, it was.
Okay, so what's the R and what's the K?
Richard and Kevin.
Okay.
My dad and his business partner at the time.
Okay. So how long were they in business prior to your purchasing it?
We purchased the business 2 years ago in February, and they were in business for 18 years previous to that.
And when you buy a new business, obviously, I would think you'd have some grandiose plans on how to improve what your father had done. And have you implemented those things, or did you pretty much stay the course?
In small ways, we have. My father was in business for 18 years, as I said, and he was a one-man band. He and his partner started the business doing mainly residential cleanings. They got involved with one of the local schools here in town and got that contract and held that for 8 years before we bought the business. So when we bought the business, my father said the same thing to me. If I was 25 years younger, I'd want to grow the business. So we've strived to grow the business in the commercial sector. My wife is a very personable person, so she likes to be in people's homes and get the personal relationships with them. So she has grown the residential side of it, where I have focused in on the commercial businesses. So she works a lot during the day with us, and I work a lot during the night with our crew.
Yeah. When people purchase businesses that are family owned, especially when they're in the family, one of the first things they do is try to redo the accounting type stuff, because I don't know if this is true with your dad. A lot of businesses were handwritten and all that type of stuff. So was that a challenge for you guys?
It was a challenge to continue with the continuity of service that my father had given to his clients that we got from him. The challenge for my wife was being in business for ourselves. I've been in the business stratosphere since I was in my early 20s. So for me, it was always a goal to go into business for myself instead of making money for somebody else.
So what did you do? What did you previously do?
I was in the transportation business.
So truck driver, or
I drove
OTR?
truck for 9 years.
Okay.
I transitioned here in Quincy for one of our local trucking companies and went into work in the office. I worked my way up to manager from there. Then had an opportunity back in 2009 to move to Indiana and run a trucking company out there, a small trucking company. Parlayed that for around 6 years into a larger trucking company in southern Indiana. Was over there for another 4 years. Just got tired of the transportation business. It changed a lot from when I started in '96.
So was it an effort to get back in this area then?
It was.
Or were you already back in this area?
I was not back in the area yet. After being gone for almost 10 years, it was an effort to get back to family. Both my mom and dad are here, my sister, my wife's family. They're all here, so it was just a opportunity to come back and help my dad out at that time. I was still working when I moved back to Quincy in the transportation business and warehouse business. So it was just that opportunity to help him, try to get him to slow down a little bit and enjoy some retirement time.
Yeah.
And an opportunity for us to have our own business.
So when you moved back, was the discussion already taking place about purchasing the business?
It was not.
Okay.
It was not.
Okay.
It was
so how did that come about? Was it Thanksgiving?
It was the holiday season. Yes, it was a holiday season in 2022.
Okay.
And watching my dad just run around 7 days a week. You know, he was in his 70s, and I'm like, Dad, I know you're energetic and you love what you do, but you need to slow down some. What do you think about selling the business to us? That was
Well, how'd you talk to your wife at that point, though?
No, I hadn't.
Okay, so how did that go over? Well, first of all, okay, tell us about the conversation with your dad.
So
Sorry.
the conversation with my dad was around between Thanksgiving and Christmas. Trying to get some family time, and he was just super busy with everything that he was doing by himself. His business partner, Kevin, was still working an outside job at the time, so it was pretty much all Dad. So he was gone all the time, and I approached him actually in the driveway of his house one day. I'm like, hey, I want to talk to you about this. What do you think? And he said it was always something that he thought about, but when I left town, he just didn't know what was going to happen there, so he just continued on.
And your wife, eventually, after you got the okay from your
dad? When I talked to Dad, and he was good about going forward with it, went home and told my wife, hey, I approached Dad, and here's what he had to say. And she goes, if this is something you want to do, let's go for it. But if we're going to go for it, we're going to do it 100%.
Yeah.
She said, if we're going to go for it, we get everything settled, you need to stop working outside of the business, and we need to grow this. We need to take care of this like it's our livelihood.
Was she working at the time?
Yes, my wife is a registered nurse.
Okay.
She was working at the time that we opened the business, and then when things started to expand fairly quickly, she stepped back from nursing as a career to help us build this business. She still holds her license. She still is very involved with a lot of things within the medical community, but she's 100% on board with what we're doing every day.
And so was it just your dad when you purchased it?
Yes.
Okay, so now how many people you got with you?
I have a crew, including myself and my wife, of 6 people.
Okay.
That work with us pretty much full time, and I still have 2 people who are there pretty much if I need to make a call and need some extra help for a large project. During the winter time, if people get sick, I've got people I can call, so I have 7 people, including my wife and myself.
Does this type of work require certifications of any type?
No certifications unless you get into the medical part of it.
The bio stuff, right?
Correct. We are fully licensed by the state of Illinois and Missouri. We are fully insured. All of my employees are background checked. So I feel confident in sending them in with or without me or my wife into any project, but no certifications.
So you do not do the bio type stuff?
I do not at this time.
So only indoor type cleaning.
Correct.
Do you do rugs?
We have started to do some small carpet cleaning. I have a subcontractor that my dad worked with for the 18 years he was in business, and she does a very good job, so I feel confident in turning my clients over to her when that's a larger project. If somebody calls and says the kids, the dog, somebody made a boo-boo and it needs to be cleaned, I've got a commercial machine I can go over and do a quick cleaning, but to do a full house or things like that, that's really not within our wheelhouse.
Is that potentially going to be a part of your wheelhouse?
I have been approached to talk to other business owners who are looking to retire, get out of the business, into purchasing their types of cleaning business, whether it be carpet cleaning. One of the big areas of growth that could be is commercial floor cleaning, whether it be strip wax and polish of hard surface floors, things like that. There are quite a few people in this area who do excellent work. I've used them for clients in the past, but as I know and any business owner knows, it's hard to find employees right now that you can rely on and count on to do the jobs for you the way you need them to.
Is that the biggest holdback right now on you guys expanding, is the amount of people you have?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you at capacity as far as the work you can do?
95%.
Okay.
You know, we still have a few openings from time to time that we do fill in quite often, but my wife and I tried to make it a rule when we started the business, and our employees appreciate it. We try not to work weekends. That's family time.
That'd be hard to do in your business.
It's very hard to do, especially on the residential side. A lot of people want to be there, especially when you're a new cleaner. They want to be there with you, so they like to try to schedule appointments on the weekend. And I've had to turn down some business because of that, but that's okay. That's family time. That's church time.
On the commercial side, is there a limit to the size of business you can do?
Not really.
Okay, so you could do.
I've got a crew I can take in on a daily basis of 5, and if the way that we've set up our business with the people that we have, each person can clean about 3,000 square feet an hour. So I can go in in an evening, say a 4-hour job, and do 60,000 square feet.
Okay.
And we have several places that we do that are half that size. And we've got room for 1 or 2 more big commercial jobs or several small ones.
Yeah. Okay. So how do people get a hold of you?
We are on Facebook.
RNK Cleaning with
RNK
AND spelled out.
Correct.
Right.
RNK Cleaning Service on Facebook. They can get a hold of me or my wife there. We're both, of course, personally on Facebook. I have magnets on the side of the car with our information, business cards.
Yeah.
My wife can be a pistol sometimes, so she is not. She's not timid at all about talking to people about what we do. So a lot of word of mouth, and I've worked very hard over the last couple years in this business to keep our business a family business. So it is word of mouth. Our clients give us good recommendations. Our employees are always out there looking for more because they want to work, which is good.
Hey, thanks for coming in.
Thank you very much.
All right, Eric Fisher with RNK Cleaning. I am Ron Kincher. This has been the Business Spotlight brought to you by Mercantile Bank.
Your financial needs aren't independent of each other, so your financial advisors shouldn't be either. At Mercantile Bank, our experienced United Wealth professionals are united to serve you and your complete financial planning and wealth management needs. Are you just starting your investment journey or need to roll over a retirement plan? Do you need to plan for a loved one with special needs or for your own life after work? Maybe your business needs a succession plan or you want to enhance your employee benefit programs. Whatever steps you need to take, our United Wealth experts are ready to take them with you. Together, we are united.